What is the family of origin's role in a young child's personality development, and like what are the roles that are given to the children?
Okay, I'm going to read out a scenario.
Yes.
And this is very interesting because I picked it up, from one of the trainings that I had done, and it really kind of, all the roles are covered in this one
example.
So
okay,
I'm
cool.
going to, and then we'll get into
the
actual roles, okay? All right. Their father went to Yale, his father went to Yale, and his older brother was going to go to Yale. The pressure was unyielding, and only when the eldest brother participated in this aspiration and enthusiasm was there an opportunity for connection with their father. And for the longest time, the elder brother was able to toe this line, but his interests lie elsewhere. His anxiety for some academic classes was overwhelming, and his grades, while solid, were not likely to achieve the end game of going to Yale. He was also more interested in pursuing a fine arts degree and wanted to actually get into a studio arts program. As the golden child, he got certain perks, but as it became clear that the Ivy League legacy issue was not going to play out, his father became dismissive, cold, contemptuous. The eldest brother became increasingly rebellious, spending more time away, sometimes came home intoxicated. His father would confront him and call him a two-bit drunk, like his grandfather, and a failure like him too. Ultimately, when he graduated high school, not only did he not enter art school, he took a really low-wage job and moved in with his girlfriend's family. The youngest brother had been labeled as the problem for the longest time. His inattentiveness resulted in numerous school reports, failures in school reports, and his father would issue terrible punishments, which his mother would reluctantly mete out. The youngest son tolerated the worst of the abuse and maintained enmity towards his eldest chosen brother, though he desperately wanted to connect with him. Diana, the middle sister, just wanted to keep the peace, helping with dinner, checking in on everyone, running around, cleaning the house before the father would come so that he would not get angry. This sometimes left her distracted in school, and her teacher started noticing it. Carl, the second youngest, strangely sees it and gets it and steers clear of it. He tends to keep to himself and often stays in his room. Diana sometimes jokes that if Carl didn't come to dinner, Mom and Dad would not even know he was not there. Let's dig in. I'm sure you have a whole bunch of questions, right?
Well, it's not that I have questions. I'm like cringing hearing it.
Right. So...
like labeling of the kids, it makes me
No. Okay, so
absurd.
here's the thing.
No, they're not labeling them. Okay. It's like,
these
right?
are the roles that they...
The roles, right.
These family systems are so toxic. And what happens is, Nikki, what I think what first people have to understand is for a child to exist in a family, a narcissistic family system, you almost have to not exist. You cannot have an identity for yourself if you have to be a part of this family system that is narcissistic. You grow up with trust issues. You grow up with really that lack of sense of self. And in the previous episode where we were talking about people need to believe in themselves. Okay, here are some of the reasons, and I'm going to go through each and every role that children almost. It's not like they're put in, so it's not like the parent is going around saying, okay, you are this, you are that. It's the parent's behavior and, attitude towards the child. And also the children, they themselves adopt some of these roles because they're like, how do I
they're
deal with
adapting
this?
to their environment.
Exactly. So that's how these roles come to be. Okay. So let's discuss this because it's very... And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, of course, the roles, but we're going to talk about then what happens. What
Down
happens
the
to the
road
golden
with
child?
these roles.
What happens to the scapegoat, right?
Who does the golden child become?
Exactly. Okay. So let's talk about the golden child. The crown prince.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. What is that about for a narcissist? Extension of himself.
Extension of themselves. So what's the ballet movie? Do you remember?
Black Swan.
No, not Black Swan. Center Stage. Sorry, I didn't mean to start with you. Okay, it's like the movie Center Stage, where like the mom was a ballerina, never made it into like a ballerina school or anything like this, and so she puts so much pressure on her daughter. Her daughter develops this eating disorder to stay thin enough to be able to do the movements and all these things, and so the daughter eventually grows up and like hates dance altogether.
Right. Okay, a little caveat there is that it's not necessary that, like in this case, the mom, it was almost like she's living vicariously.
Right.
Okay. But it doesn't have to be that.
Oh, it doesn't.
Because narcissists can actually, like in the scenario I gave you,
because
the father was successful. He went to Yale.
Right.
So he was successful. He saw there are some qualities in a child that the parent, the narcissistic parent, actually feels endearing. So like, maybe a good, art person, or maybe, they sing so well, or, something that brings them that accolade, right? That is what this parent, looks at that child and says, you're going to be, okay, and this is just an opinion, but I feel narcissists would like to believe they are immortal. Now, but cognitively, they know they're going to die, right? Mm-hmm. So they need somebody to continue their legacy.
Oh my gosh.
So they pick that kid. You are going to continue my legacy.
My legacy, right.
Absolutely.
Theirs.
Always.
Right.
So they pick that child to continue their legacy. So in a way, they can be immortal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because, I continue living through that.
Right.
This is my opinion. There's no research. But of what I have understood of the narcissists that I have come across.
Yeah.
And listen, I've come across my share.
I've
dealt with my share.
You study this. Like, this is what you study. This is an area of study
but
for you.
also at a personal level, I've had my share. So of everything that I've seen, it's almost like, I don't know. So I am going to keep my legacy going by putting this kid
in charge of it.
In charge.
Wow. Yeah.
And then what they do is they constantly are doing whatever it is to meet those expectations.
Yeah.
Golden children, most often, become narcissists themselves.
Yeah.
Because listen, there is that part that's, of the parent that's saying, oh my God, you're so special. But not only that you're special, you're more special than everybody else, right? Because think in that family system where this child is picked.
Oh my gosh. This is craziness.
Right?
Yeah.
So if this kid is picked, now, some of them, so not all golden children end up being narcissists, right?
Sure.
So the ones that don't sometimes have survivor's guilt. It's like, oh my gosh, why is this parent treating me like that? And look how, he or she is treating my siblings. So sometimes they develop survivor's guilt, but otherwise they become narcissistic themselves and they expect that treatment.
Wow.
I believe in narcissistic families, there is a big divide and conquer. So one of the reasons these roles are picked, because the next one we're going to talk about is a scapegoat, which really breaks my heart, because really I feel like that's the most treacherous role a child can be put into. And we'll talk about that, but I feel like one of the reasons these roles are even made, because these are really made by the behavior of the narcissistic parent, but it is to actually keep the kids away so that everybody's attention is on me.
Whoa.
You should not get along. Because if you get along, then that takes away your attention from me. Everyone was a scapegoat, and there are quite a few roles. And the bigger the family, the more roles there are. But whether it's the invisible child, whether it's the scapegoat, whether it's the truth, and the truth teller can be, we'll talk about that because that's really interesting, one of my favorites. But whatever role, keep them away.
So that it can all be on me.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. And so you will see in narcissistic and in those family systems, siblings rarely get along. It's really quite sad, because this has been created. Mm-hmm. The ones who can see it run away.
Yeah.
Because they're like, forget it. We want nothing to do with this.
Right.
The golden child is so enmeshed in it, mm-hmm. and feels like they are, it, right? Mm-hmm. The scapegoat, poor thing, is traumatized for their life. So let's dive into this scapegoat. Okay?
Oh my gosh, do I even want to hear about it? Probably not.
So this child is the one who's always invalidated, always abused, always blamed for everything. Anything goes wrong in the family system, it's that child's fault. So they are always blamed for everything that happens. Why? What makes that child, like, what is it about that kid that parent picks as a scapegoat?
What is it?
I'll tell you. There are characteristics. Now, listen to this because this is twisted but very, very true. There are characteristics about that child that the narcissist does not like about themselves.
Okay, makes total sense.
Right?
Makes total sense. It's like that child is like a mirror for the narcissistic parent.
But there are things, so if I have a characteristic about me that I don't really like, but now my child has that, oh my gosh, you disgust me, right? It's actually, I disgust me. If a narcissist feels ashamed, like if the child is doing something, a characteristic that they don't like or brings like shame to them because they know that they do that, that's how they pick the scapegoat. Next role, the peacekeeper.
Oh yeah.
So you know
right.
Diana in our story?
Right, Diana in the story.
Right, she's a peacekeeper. What do? They are the rescuers. They are the fixers.
They fix things. I was just thinking like they're the
rodeo
fixers.
clown. I'm going around. Let me just get this done because I know if dad comes and if he sees this and like so and so might get in trouble. Let me just keep the peace. And when I say rodeo clown, I have seen peacekeepers in those environments like, I'm just going to be the funny one because let's just lighten the mood, because this is too tense. So I am going to play that role of let's just keep the peace. Now,
is it me or does that seem like a benign role? I'm sure they're all kinds of like messed up,
yes.
but like,
so think about
if I had to pick so far, if I had to pick right now, I'd want to be the peacekeeper. Not that but we shouldn't be putting that responsibility on any child. Like that's the problem, part of the problem.
Okay, but what do you think happens in your,
You're a people pleaser. You become, what? No,
okay. Tell me, what do you think?
I think they become people pleasers. I think that they learn to put themselves last.
Correct.
They never take care of themselves.
And because they're rescuers, right?
Right. So
what am I going to do? I'm going to run to everybody's rescue. I'm going to rescue everyone.
Except me? Except myself?
Well, yes. And guess who loves that?
Narcissist.
The vulnerable narcissist. Oh my gosh.
Because they need to be rescued.
Listen.
Oh my gosh.
If the rescuer is listening to a story of a vulnerable narcissist who's like, poor me, she's like, oh my gosh, look, my rescue project.
Yeah.
I'm going to rescue you. Because that's all they know how to do.
These are like the men and women who like to have projects as romantic partners.
And then they say, because I have had clients come to me and say, why do I keep picking these people? Because there's a part of you that loves rescuing people. You want to fix people. You want to be able to play that role in their lives.
I'm like doing this like math in my head. I'm like, I'm definitely not that. I'm like, I need you to have your shit together big time. I'm like, I don't have room for the project, but
and listen,
I'm the project. I need
lovely. But the point is, again, hypervigilant.
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm studying everybody's emotion. Think about it, right? Okay, so this child is constantly trying to keep the peace.
Yeah.
Okay. But in order to keep the peace, I need to study everyone
and
everyone's emotions all the time.
Yeah.
So they go around, like if there is, they'll be in a room and they're like, oh my gosh, but like this person seems tense. That person, like, are you upset with me? Like, did I do something?
Is everything okay?
Yes, right?
Right.
And it's exhausting. It's exhausting to play this role because you're always trying at your own cost.
Right. Which you don't know, really.
No,
you don't know, especially at first.
Then you have the personal assistant helper. I'm sorry. I know these
You're like, this is actually
terrible.
not funny.
They sound terrible. And listen, now, does every narcissistic family have all these roles? No. The bigger the family, the more the roles, right?
A lot.
Okay. So, what's a personal assistant? He or she is always trying to do. See, the peacekeeper tries to keep peace. It's not like they are constantly doing. This person is constantly doing. I'll fix breakfast for you. I'll get your clothes ironed. They are actually doing physical work to be able to avoid, getting the wrath or the rage of the narcissist.
Yeah.
So they, their way is, I'm just going to keep doing. I'm the doer, right? They never get a thank you for it. So it's not like somebody's saying, oh my gosh, thank you so much because you just made breakfast for me. No, but that's their way of coping. The invisible child. This is another really sad. So it's like this. I'm the narcissist. My cup is full by everybody else.
Yeah, right.
You don't even exist for me.
Wow.
Like this child literally does not exist for the narcissistic parent. They are disengaged. I don't need you. So remember in the first scenario that I read,
right,
it was that child, like if they're there, not there, like parents don't even know. Like you don't exist. The invisible child. Very, very sad. Because again, how do you as a child build your sense of self when you don't even exist for your parent?
Yeah.
And now let's talk about the truth. Well, truth seer and truth teller.
Oh shit.
So this child is the child who just gets it.
Like sees all the shenanigans and is like, oh, I see what you guys are doing here.
Yes, like this is crazy.
Right.
I don't know what you're doing. And I want to say there are many more truth seers than truth tellers, because truth telling, they're going to pay a price.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
But they see it.
That they see it.
They see that, wow. What is going on in this family? So they are the ones who will probably grow up to not want to have a relationship with the family.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are saying, you know what, I'm not going to Thanksgiving this year because, it's going to be drama again with dad.
I don't want it.
Just like full of
I'm not
going to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
That was me for a while. I was like that with my family. Like I had to detach.
Distance,
and
right.
not that necessarily I ever felt like I was I was indirectly fit that role, because I think that I'd have to get into a full breakdown of my history, which we're not going to do today, but I don't see myself as fitting that specific role.
Right.
But I definitely as a young adult was I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm not dealing with the shenanigans.
Yes.
Because I do think that there's something to be said, Dr. Rashna, about when you're a kid, you don't have a choice.
Yeah,
You're handed the deck that you're handed.
Absolutely.
But as you grow into a young adult, even an adolescent, you start to get the power of choice.
Absolutely.
That people eventually find that in most of their relationships, they can find it.
No.
They can't get to a place of truth, the truth speaking, or at least seeing.
No. So the truth seeing, I don't know what makes them see it. There's really just an inherent
ability.
Ability, yes. It's not something that's developed over time. They just see it. The telling of it is a problem.
Right.
Because
especially when you're young.
When you're young, you can't. Oh my God.
Even as an adult, there are ramifications for it.
Correct.
For sure.
If you are in a relationship, a romantic relationship with a narcissistic partner, and that partner is abusive, you're not saying anything.
That's right.
You're seeing it. And that's what makes, again, this role also so challenging, because, oh my gosh, I'm in it. I see it. I see what's going on.
It seems like that person has to operate outside of their integrity. Dr. Rasha, I'm so happy that we got to have this conversation. I feel like this is a world of information.
Thank you.
That our listeners can come back to, take notes on.
Absolutely.
Pin this, flag it, save it, because this is something that, it can, just even having the knowledge of this is huge, can be hugely healing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's also helpful if you are in a relationship with the narcissist and you are co-parenting or parenting with the narcissist, to understand that in the narcissist world, these roles may develop in children. So, for you to be mindful of that. And like I said, for you to be the bringer and the teacher of empathy and that support, so that these roles don't get etched in.
Well, thank you so much. Please tell our audience where they can find you.
So we have our website, baksanicare.com, social media handles, Baksani Care. You could call, you could email me, Rachna at Baksani Care. You could email my assistant, admin at Baksani Care. Or you could ask Nikki, and she'll direct you.
I totally will. Thank you so much. I love having these conversations with you. And here's to lots of good health and a happy future ahead for everybody listening.
Thank you.